Hey everybody, this is Brandon Hill with Dental Nachos, aka the Nacho Man. We're here for another episode of Building a Better Business with Brandon, where we always have really cool guests who are very insightful and are great resources to everyone in the Dental Nachos community to talk about how to make your business, how to make your practice function better, more efficiently, decrease stress, increase happiness, which is what we always try to do at Dental Nachos. Really excited to have a good friend to the Dental Nachos world, which is Tom Brown. Tom Brown is a partner and VP at Your Virtual Consult. How are you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing fantastic, Brandon. It's great to see you again. Really had a great time with you and Ariel and Paula and the whole group in Philadelphia at the Dental Boost. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Tom, you're always a lot of fun to hang out with. So, you do a great job with everything that you do, and you're a great resource for our group. Love the fact that we're able to have in-person events again, and you're always probably going to be a staple at our in-person events for more reasons than one. What you do as a business person and just a good guy to be around. You know how to have fun and have a good time. So, but let's kind of dig into this. So, Your Virtual Consult, which is a awesome company. We all love everyone, not just us, everyone we've ever talked to, everyone I've seen you talk to loves the whole idea. The people that are utilizing your services seem to really love it as well. But for those who have no idea what Your Virtual Consult is, or just want to learn more, just tell us, explain to us all about what you guys do and how you make dentists' lives better.
Fantastic. And you are right. The more people that get to know about this, they're like, hey, this is going to be transformational. So what do? Your Virtual Consult actually puts more qualified patients in your production chairs, more than doubling case acceptance. Right now, on a national average, case acceptance is at 41% across the country. And that's surprisingly low if you haven't been paying attention to it. But if a patient goes through the YVC video funnel process, that case acceptance jumps all the way to an average of 89%. It almost seems outlandish. And that's why the more people, like you said, the more people that I get a chance to talk to, that you talk to about what we're doing, they're like, wow, this isn't crazy. This is actually happening. And I totally understand how it's happening. And I'm going to share with you how that's happening in just a few minutes. How does that sound?
It sounds great. And one of the things that I always grew up hearing, and I know a lot of people grew up hearing this phrase, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, right? That's kind of like everybody's go-to understanding when they hear things. But in this changing business world that we all live in, no matter what business you're in, what I found out is if it sounds too good to be true, at least you need to investigate it, right? So this is a great opportunity for anyone who thinks that going from 41% to 89% case acceptance sounds too good to be true. Tom here, you're going to show us exactly how that happens. The floor is yours. I think you have something you want to show us. Feel free to share your screen and let's check it out.
Yeah, hey, thank you for that. And you're right. It does sound too good to be true. And you really have to go down to the bottom of why case acceptance is 41%. And a lot of times you'll have people say it's because of how the doctor delivers the recommendation and the treatment. And you can incrementally increase it depending on how you deliver that information. But that's not really why it's so low. Really, the focus and attention should be on what's going on with the patient when they come into your practice for the first time. Right now, when you think about that, put yourself in that patient's head. They're afraid. They've got a lot of fears going on. We've narrowed it down to 3. The first is they have something wrong with their mouth and they don't know what it is, right? And they don't know if it can be fixed. So think about that. That's in their head right then. Then the second fear they're experiencing is, okay, if it can be fixed, what is it going to take to fix it? How many times do I have to sit in the chair? How much pain am I going to be in? How much is it going to cost, right? And then the third fear is, I haven't met the big scary doctor like Paul, right?
Right.
But until you get to meet the doctor, there's kind of like this, oh my gosh, I hope he's a nice person, right?
Right.
So in the next few minutes, I'm going to share my screen and show you why Your Virtual Consult changes case acceptance percentage so dramatically. And it really comes down to addressing those 3 fears before they get into your practice in a very organic and genuine way. So let me start off with going through how the patient actually gets to experience the practice when they go through the Your Virtual Consult process. So Brandon, are you seeing my screen?
I see it. Excellent.
Fantastic. So this is one of our clients, and he's actually a partner in our business as well. But you see this widget down here. That's what people are going to be directed to. And so when a patient comes in, they're going to click on this, and this begins the Your Virtual Consult video funnel process. Okay. So here's the patient experience.
Hey, I'm Dr. Brian Packard, founder and owner here at Precision Dental, and I'm so excited that you're reaching out to us to get your own virtual consultation. Now more than ever, we're trying to remove barriers to make it easier for you to connect with me and my team here. And so I'd love to invite you to go ahead and take a few pictures, share your story with me, and I will send you a virtual video consultation in return, telling you a little bit about what I'd recommend. And so I look forward to meeting you virtually and then meeting you in person here at Precision Dental. Thank you so much.
So Brandon, right off the bat, you just feel like you know this person already, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you feel those walls coming down from the patient-doctor relationship. And this is a scripted video that Dr. Packard is actually kind of reading, but he's already he's putting more of his personality into it.
Right.
Because we want it to be a more organic exchange between the patient and the doctor. So once they do that, they're going to click Let's Get Started. And then they're going to select their service. And now let's say that, like, by the way, the doctor in the practice gets to pick which high value treatments that they're going to put in.
So that's all customizable on that screen.
100% customizable. So let's say they click aligners, and this is the next thing they're going to see, the next step in this video funnel.
Hey, Dr. Brian Packard here at Precision Dental. So excited that you're reaching out about clear aligners. I actually just finished up my own. And we also have an example of an awesome patient that we finished up here recently as well. Her chief concern was the front two teeth there were a bit crowded and kind of canted. And so we were able to resolve that concern as well as resolve a crossbite that she had in the back left side. This technology is amazing, and all I would ask of you is to share a little bit of your story with us, your concerns that you have, your smile goals. Send us a picture, kind of a close-up of your smile, as well as a face shot, and then we can bring you in after meeting you here virtually and meet you in person and put together a great treatment plan for you as well that will resolve your chief concerns also, so that you can have the smile that you've always dreamt of, that you've always wanted. Super excited for this. Excited to see you in person. Thank you so much.
So now the patient,
I'm watching this as a potential patient. I'm already comfortable, moving forward with Dr. Brian here. So this is great.
I'm glad you said that, because at this point, they just need to be comfortable enough to fill in the information, which is what they're going to do next. And now the doctor gets to capture this information as well. I'm going to put in my email address. Kind of cheating because I don't type very fast.
Sorry, but this is obviously a very easy patient experience so far, which is obviously a big key to all this.
Very easy form to fill out. Matter of fact, because it's all in browser, you actually just have a couple of clicks and you're uploading photos, distance shot, up close shot, and now the patient gets to put in a little bit about their story. And this was an actual one that Dr. Packard handled. It was a woman who had just gotten a promotion, but it means more face-to-face, so she's got a frowny face. So he really enjoyed helping this patient out because now he's going to make her excited about getting the promotion. Right. So he hit submit, and now the next thing that the patient is going to see is an email. Now this will come later that day or the next day, and you can see, hey, Tom, thanks so much for reaching out, virtual consult. I put together a video to talk about treatment options, and they get this final video.
Hey, Tom, Dr. Brian Packard here, Precision Dental. Thank you so much for reaching out to me through your virtual consult, for sharing a little bit of your story with me, your concerns, and the pictures that you sent. That's really helpful for me to be able to start formulating a plan already in my mind that's specific to you.
And so Brian goes on to talk about his recommendation, how many times the patient would need to come in, a range of costs, and he's also going to share some pictures, some before and after pictures of patients that he's already worked with and helped improve their smile and gotten them excited about their promotion or whatever else they're going to be working with. And then what the next step is going to be. And the next step is to reach out and call the office or schedule an appointment. We have the ability to put in a widget there to have it be an automatic scheduling process. But the key thing here is, in the beginning, Brandon, we talked about that patient walking in the door and having those 3 fears. And now, after watching these 3 videos, the patient has a really good sense that they know what's wrong with their mouth and it can be fixed. They know what it's going to take to get it fixed, how many times they have to come in and what it's going to cost. And the big scary doctor is probably somebody I'd go out and have coffee or lunch with.
Right.
So now picture that patient walking into the practice. What reason other than moving forward would they have to come into the practice, right? So
Right.
that leap from 41 to 89%, it really isn't just like a possibility. It really is probable, because otherwise, why would they schedule? Now, that does beg the question that, hey, do some patients kind of self-select out?
Right.
And yes, they do. And
Beautiful
isn't that
thing.
great?
For anyone that's ever sold and been in any kind of business, sold anything, produced anything, dealt with clients, you love weeding out the people who are not prone to buy very early in the process.
Absolutely. And being in sales and marketing my whole career, one of the biggest issues for us has always been, as salespeople, is do you get the right leads in the door?
Right.
And this is moving that percentage from 41 to 89%, which just has a lot of different benefits. Your front desk doesn't have to play phone tag trying
Yep.
to get more patients to come in. When they do come in, there aren't all these fears, so they're not standoffish with the practice, with the front desk or the doctor. They're really just coming in to see how are we going to move forward, not if we're going to move forward. So it really even boosts morale as well, because now
Absolutely.
you're just having more collaborative conversations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of value to this other than the obvious. I mean, and you already touched on it. The morale in the office, how many dealing with less fearful or apprehensive people from the front desk all the way up to the doctor is a great thing. And that's the thing. Sounds too good to be true. 41% to 89, but when you think about it, the 41%, the 89 is not abnormally high. The 41% is abnormally low. What happens in
Yes.
a lot of cases, you get so used to poor performance or underperforming, right? That you think
Yeah.
that performing the way you should be sounds like a pipe dream. So if you're eliminating the 3 fears, which is great, the fear of, can this be fixed? The fear of, what's it going to take for it to be fixed? And then the fear of the big scary dentist. Then you also eliminate the people who aren't. So that's what you eliminate for the patient, but then also for the practice, you're eliminating the stress and somewhat annoyance, right, of dealing with people who have no intention on moving forward or doing anything and coming to the office or chasing people on the phone. This has an amazing impact on any practice. So I think I can put this in that category. I like to put ideas in. Certain ideas we put in a special category. We call it the Nacho Brainer. All right. I think I'm going to put this in the Nacho Brainer category to everybody who's watching this. Definitely, get in contact with them. Tom, even at this point, how does somebody reach out to you if they want to connect with you and see if they can incorporate your virtual consult into their practice?
They can reach out directly to me at tom.brown@yourvirtualconsult.com. And I think if you're prepared to, we're not a top of the funnel marketing tool. This is a middle of the funnel.
Right.
And you can use this anywhere you own and control your web presence, including your Facebook page, where you can go directly to Facebook and then to the video. You can use it in your Google My Business page,
Nice.
even in your Instagram page, where you can go directly to, again, the video, the welcome video that we talked about. Sorry, it's taken about a few seconds to click up here. And then on
Hey, I'm Dr.
Yelp.
Brian Packard.
So
founder and
it's really
owner
worked out
here
kind
at
of
Precision
nicely in
Dental.
all of these situations. And so if you're prepared to do that and really change and transform what you're doing at your practice and jump into this next generation of how people are working after this pandemic, it's really a great time to do that.
I think it's an excellent time to do that. And for everybody watching and listening, you can also, and Ariel may have put this already in the comments, you can also text the word virtual to 215-543-6454. That's text the word virtual to 215-543-6454, and you will get some information to connect you directly to Tom and his team so you guys can get started. So So basically, somebody connects with you. What's the process? Do you initially show them a demonstration? How easy is it for them to implement this?
Really happy you asked that. If they're watching this, they've seen probably about 80% of the demo. So we could go through the whole thing with them individually. More
Sure.
than happy to do that. When they do sign up, it is just an hour to get this all set up because, as I mentioned, all of those videos that you just saw, they're scripted, and
Right.
it's an automated process now. So the doctor does not even have to answer every single one of these leads initially. They can answer one, and that response can go back to the patient. And now, when they see that patient for the first time, that patient thinks they're seeing them for the fourth time. Like they're
Right.
farther along in that relationship. And it only takes a 1 hour implementation to get these videos set up, and then it runs in the background. Couldn't be easier.
Excellent, excellent. Tell me about. I know we were talking before. Tell me about an experience that a dentist has had utilizing this, and what kind of feedback they've given to you so far.
I'll use one that came up on a webinar I was doing. It came from a Dr. Jessen, and we were talking about full arches. And I was doing a webinar on that, and I was explaining that people have the opportunity to self-select out. And when they come in, they converted an 89% rate. And one of the doctors asked at that time, hey, doesn't that mean patients self-select out? And he interrupted me and he said, hey, do you mind if I just answer this? And I said, okay, that's always a little scary, but yeah, go ahead. He said, our full arches, they're $25,000 to $50,000 on average. He
Yeah.
goes, so we get so many patients that come in, have no idea what that costs. He goes, so doing the virtual consults has led to me getting $400,000 in production. He goes, but even if I hadn't got that, the number of patients that went through the virtual consult and didn't come in, so in other words, didn't waste his chair time, he
Right.
goes, that was worth it, even if I didn't get the $400,000 in production,
Yep.
which I thought was kind of amazing. So on both sides of it, there's a huge ROI on this. But I thought that was a really interesting story because, like you said, Brandon, if you're in any type of business, you want to work with people that want to work with you and move forward. You don't want to be wasting your time with people who don't. And this is a perfect tool for that.
That is absolutely right. Once again, everybody, this is definitely a Nacho brainer. There's information on how to connect directly with Tom Brown and team at Your Virtual Consult. I suggest everybody does this. Have a call with him. Tom gives great advice. He's been a great resource to everyone at Dental Nachos for a long time. And in this business, Your Virtual Consult is one of the more exciting things that we've been able to talk to people about. So I hope you are excited to get involved as well. One last thing before you go, Tom, anything else you want to share or tell people?
Yeah, that it's awesome being a partner with Dental Nachos. Love working with you, Brandon, Ariel, Paul, and the whole team. Just a great group of people and love what you're doing for the dental community. So thanks for letting us be a part of that.
No problem. And as you can see, if you're looking on the screen, there is a special discount for being in Dental Nachos if you guys decide to move forward and become members of or become users of Your Virtual Consult. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us on Building a Better Business with Brandon. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Thank you. And thank you, Tom, again as well.
Thanks, Brandon.